I'm going to be playing my Smoke, Drink, and Sink Bree deck against Journey Along The Anduin. And my goal is to take every single attack undefended. The heroes are Hairy Goatleaf, 8 threat, Spirit Hero, 2204, Bree. Response: cancel 1 point of damage just dealt to a hero you control. Limit once per hero. Knob, 7 threat, lore hero, 2103, Hobbit Bree Servant. Reduce the cost of the first item attachment you play on another Bree or Hobbit character each round by 1. Action: exhaust Knob to draw a card. If that card is an item attachment, ready a Bree character. Limit once per round. And the third hero is Barliman Butterbur. 8 threat, lore hero, 2105, Bree. Response: after Barliman Butterbur takes damage from an undefended attack, draw 1 card. So the starting threat is 23. And the focus on Bree is they're too weak to defend themselves. So you have to take undefended attacks. Well, I'm going to keep this hand. It's got some Bree ponies and pints. "1A, to the river. Each player reveals 1 card from the top of the encounter deck and adds it to the staging area. Dumbledore Orcs. There's no characters committed to the quest, so its when revealed effect does nothing. And now 1B. 8 quest points. When revealed, search the encounter deck for 1 hill troll if it is not already in play, and place it in the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Players can't defeat this stage while any hill troll cards are in play. And the hill troll is 30 threat, 1, 6, 3, 9, troll. Excess combat damage dealt by hill troll must be assigned as an increase in threat. Draw a card, Unexpected Courage. We're going to play a Bree pony. It's reduced by 1 because of Knob. And we're going to put it on Barliman Butterbur. Attached to a Bree or Hobbit character, restricted. Attached character gets +1 hit point. When attached character takes damage for an undefended attack, exhaust Bree pony to reduce that damage by 1. Now we're going to spend resource and put a fast hitch on the knob. And we're going to exhaust knob. I'm ready with the fast hitch to draw a card to test the will. And we're going to play a Bree pony onto Barlowman Butterbur. So now he's filled up with restricted attachments. Now we're going to quest. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 3 in the staging area. It's massing at night. Reveal X additional cards from the encounter deck, where X is the number of players in the game. In solo, that is not a big deal, but when you play multiplayer, that can be a massive card. I got the Wolf Rider, and that's Surge to a Marsh Adder. So we added 4 threats, so we're up to a total of 7. So we quested unsuccessfully by 1. So we have to engage the Wolf Rider and the Dulgaldor Orcs. We're going to take Undefended. So you can make a comment of how many you think we're going to be taking undefended and how much damage is going to get canceled. So attacking for 2. We're going to exhaust the Bree pony to cancel 1 damage. And we get to draw a card. Now we're going to let the Wolf Rider go undefended. Attacking enemy gets +1/+2 if attack is undefended, so attacking for 4. We're going to cancel 1, 2, so it takes 2 damage. And we get draw a card. Now we go to the next round. Draw a card. We're going to play a pint onto Barlowman. Play only if you control a unique Bree character attached to a hero. Exhaust pint to heal 1 damage from attached hero. Discard pint to heal 5 damage from attached hero. We're going to put a scheming straddle into play. We're going to exhaust Knob to draw a card. And ready up with Fast Hitch. Now we're going to quest for 6. And there is 4 in the staging area. East Bite. We quest successfully by 1. Now we got to travel to the East Bite. And we're going to take it undefended. That's 2 damage. We're going to cancel 1 with the Bree Pony. So 1 damage goes through and we get to draw a card. Then we can use the response. After an undefended attack damages a hero you control, deal 1 damage to attacking enemy. So that does 1 damage to the Zogaldor Orcs. We're going to take the Wolf Rider undefended. Attacking enemy gets +2. So he's attacking for 4. We're going to cancel 1 with the Bree Pony. And 1 with Harry. And that takes 2 damage. And we get to draw a card. And then we're going to use the response to deal 1 damage to the Wolf Rider. And then at the end of the round, we're going to discard Pint to heal 5 damage. Now we go to the next round. Draw a card. Spare Pipe. Now we're going to use Knob's ability. Draw a card. Reland Protector. We're going to put a Pint on the Butterbur. reducing its cost by 1. Then we're going to play a spare pipe and put it on the Butterbur. Give me another hit point. Search the top 5 cards of our deck for a event and add it to our hand. Lots of whiff. Now we're going to go to the questing phase and quest for 6. There's 4 in the staging area. Goblin Sniper. So we quested successfully for 1. Now we're going to take these 2 attacks undefended. And no shadow, 2 damage. We're going to cancel 1 damage with a Bree Pony. And so we take 1 damage, and we get to draw a card. And now we're going to use the response from the Scheming Straddle, deal 1 damage to the Dumbledore Orcs. We're going to take the other Wolf Rider undefended. Remove 1 progress token from the current quest. 3 progress if the attack is undefended. So we're going to cancel 1 damage. And so whatever takes the damage. Get to draw a card. And then we're going to use her ability again and deal 1 damage that destroys the Wolf Rider. Then we're going to exhaust Pints to heal 1 damage from Barleyman. Then we have to deal 1 damage from the Goblin Sniper. We'll deal with the Barleyman. Go to the next round. Silver Lamp. We're going to exhaust Knob and ready him up with Fast Hitch. Draw a card. It's a pint. So we can ready up Bree character. Then we're going to play the half pint onto Knob. Action. Refresh. Discard half pint to heal up to 2 damage from attached character. Then put an item attachment in your discard pile on top of your deck. We're going to put a silver harp onto, no, we're going to put a Misty Mountain Journeyman into play. And then we're going to put an Arch Alekeeper. Cost 3, he's devoted, so I can use any one of my resources because I have all Bree characters. And after an undefended attack damages a hero you control, ready Archet Alekeeper and give him +1 until the end of the phase. Now we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. And there is 5, 6 in the staging area. Brown lands, we had 5. So it brings up to 11, so we quest unsuccessfully by 2. Now we're going to take the Dumbledore Orcs, undefended. Defending the player does not count as defense. Well, it doesn't matter. We took it undefended. We're going to cancel 1 damage. And so 1 damage goes through. And we get a draw card. And now we're going to use the response, and after an undefended attack damages a hero you control, deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy. So that destroys the Dumbledore Orcs. Now we're going to exhaust the pint to heal 1 damage. And then at the refresh action, we're going to discard half pint to heal 2 damage. And then I'm going to put an item back on top of my deck. I'm going to put the half pint back on top of my deck. And then during the refresh phase, I'm going to exhaust knob, draw a card. It's a item, so I get to ready up knob. Draw a card, self-preservation. We're going to put the half pint on the bar limit for free. Going to put a gather information into play. We also have to deal 1 damage to a character because of the Goblin Sniper. We're going to put in a self-preservation onto onto Butterbur, and then exhaust it to heal 2 damage. So far we've taken 9 undefended attacks, we've canceled 6 damage, and we've healed 11 damage. We're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there is a total of 11 in the staging area. Only quested unsuccessfully by 4. And the hill troll is coming down. So we're going to take that hill troll undefended. And so that's 6. We're going to cancel 1, 2, 3. So we deal 3 damage. We get a draw card. Henemar's River Song. And that readies up the Archet Alekeeper. And we're going to deal 1 damage back to the hill troll with the response of the Scheming Straddler. And the Archet Alekeeper gets +1 attack. So now we're going to attack the hill troll for 4 and deal 1 damage to the hill troll. And at the end of the round, or before, we have to deal 2 damage, or deal 2 damage to Butterbur because of the Goblin Sniper. And during the refresh phase, we're going to discard half pint to heal 2 damage from Barleyman, and put it on top of our deck. And then during the resource phase, we're going to draw a card with Knob. It's a half pint, so we're going to ready up Knob. We're going to put the half pint onto Barleyman, exhaust the self-preservation and the pint to heal 3 damage. Now we're going to put a Henemar's River Song into play. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We'll quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there is 12 in the staging area. Deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. We're going to play a Test of Will. Cancel that effect. So we quest unsuccessfully by 3. Now we're going to take the Hill Troll undefended. Remove 1 progress from the current quest. 3 if it's undefended. There's no progress. So that's 6 attack. We're going to cancel 3. So it does 3 damage. You draw a card. And we're going to deal 1 damage back. And that readies up the Ale Keeper. And then we're going to attack back for 4. And deal 1 more damage to the Hill Troll. And then we're going to look at the top card of the main deck. It's the Banks of the Anduin. Now we're going to go to the end of the round, but first we have to deal 2 damage to a character. I'm going to put it on Barleyman. During the refresh phase, we're going to discard half pint to heal 2 damage from Barleyman. And then we're going to put it back on top of my deck. During the refresh, during the resource phase, we're going to draw a card with Knob, and it's a half pint, so it's an item, so we get a ready of Knob. And then we're going to draw a card, Gandalf. We're going to exhaust Self-Preservation and Pints to heal 3 damage. Then we're going to play Gandalf. And deal 4 damage to a Goblin Sniper. Go into the questing phase. We're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 'So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And there is 10 in the staging area. I reveal 1. So that brings it up to 11. So we quest successfully by 3. Now we're going to take the Hill Troll undefended. 6th attack, we're going to cancel 3. So it takes 3 damage. Get a draw card. That readies up the Ale Keeper. Ready up Knob. Gonna deal 1 damage back to the Troll. Now we can attack back for 1, 2, 3, 4. And deal 1 damage to the Hill Troll. And we have to deal 1 damage to a character. We're going to deal that to Gandalf. And then Gandalf leaves play at the end of the round. But first we're going to exhaust the River Song to look at the top. We're going to use the Fast Hitch to ready a draw card. Now we're going to put a half pint onto Barleyman. Now we're going to exhaust the pint and the self-preservation to heal 3 damage from Barleyman. We're going to put a Breland Protector into play. No, yeah. He's devoted. Now we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. And then we're going to cancel that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. So we raise our threat by 2. Now we're going to engage the Marshatter. We're going to take these 2 undefended. So 6 attack, no. And then we're going to cancel 3 of it. So he takes 3 damage. Barleyman, draw a card. Now we're going to take the Marshatter undefended. We have to raise our threat by 1. But first we can deal 1 damage back to the troll. And no shadow, 4 damage. The Varleman takes 4 damage. And now we can deal 1 damage back to the Marsh Adder. And that readies up the Alekeeper. And then we can attack back with the Breland Protector and the Alekeeper, attacking for 5, and that does 2 damage to the Hill Troll, destroying it. Now we have to deal 1 damage to a character. Because of the Goblin Sniper. And during the refresh phase, we're going to discard half pint to heal 2 damage from Barleyman. And put this back on top of my deck. Now we're going to, during the refresh phase, draw a card with Knob. It's an item, so I'm going to ready up Knob. Draw a card. I'm going to put a half pint onto Barleyman. I'm going to put another Bree Protector into play. Now we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there is 8 in the staging area. Misty Mountain Goblins, that adds 2 up to 10. So we quested unsuccessfully by 1. Now we're going to engage the Misty Mountain Goblins. I'm going to take both of these attacks undefended. No shadow. So 4 damage. We're going to cancel 3 of it, so we take 1 damage. Draw a card. We're going to exhaust the self-preservation and the pint to heal 3 damage. Now we're going to take the Misty Mountain Goblins undefended. 2 damage. Draw a card. Now we're going to attack back for 4, 5, 6, 7, and destroy the Marsh Adder. We have to take 1 damage from the Goblin Sniper. Give it to Barleyman. And then during the refresh phase, we're going to discard half pint, heal 2 damage. So far we've healed 31 damage. We've taken 16 undefended attacks, and we've canceled 18 damage. We're going to put the half pint back on top of our deck. Going into the refresh phase. And now we're going to go into the resource phase and draw a card with Knob. It's a pint, so we get a ready. A Bree or Hobbit character. A Bree character, so we're going to ready up Knob. Draw a card. Northern Tracker. We're going to play a Seasoned Forager. Attached to a hero you control. Limit 1 per player. You can't gain resources from player card effects. Exhaust Seasoned Forager to reduce the cost of the next card you play this phase by 1 that matches attached hero's spear. We're going to put a pint onto Barleyman. We're going to exhaust the self-preservation in the pint to heal up 3 damage from Barleyman. We're going to go into the quest phase. We're going to exhaust Seasoned Forager to reduce the cost of the next spirit card I play by 1 this phase. So we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Evil Storm. Deal 1 damage to each character controlled by each player with a threat of 35 or higher. I'm going to play a Test of Will and cancel that effect. So we quested for 10, and there's a total of 8 in the staging area. So we quest successfully by 2. That clears the east fight. Now we're going to travel to the banks of the Anduin and engage the Goblin Sniper. Take these attacks undefended. No shadow. We're going to cancel 1 of the damage with the Hairy Goat Leaf. You draw a card. Undefended. No shadow. We're going to cancel one with the Bree Pony. Draw a card. Now we're going to we get to deal 1 damage back to each of them. Now we're going to go to the next round. We're going to heal up 2 damage with the half pint and put it on top of my deck. Then during the resource phase, we're going to use during the refresh phase, we're going to use the Hinnamar's River Song. Now during the resource phase, we're going to draw us the pints. We get a ready up knob. Draw a card, Northern Tracker. Now we're going to reduce the cost of the next card we play this phase by 1 and play a Northern Tracker. Put a pint into play, or a half pint, and with 1 pint we're going to heal a damage from Butterbur. I'm going to put another Bree Land Protector into play. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. I'm going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that clears the brown lands. And Dolgledore comes into play, so there's 2. Threaten the staging area, we have to deal 2 damage to a questing character. We'll deal that to the Northern Tracker. Actually, we'll just deal that to Barleyman. And then heal it off with the self-preservation. And we quest successfully by 8. That clears the banks of the Anduin and puts 5 progress onto the main quest. And we're optionally engaged the Dolgledore Orcs. I'm going to take these attacks undefended. No shadow. Cancel 1 damage with Hairy Goat Leaf. You get to draw a card. Take an attack undefended. Defending player chooses and returns an exhausted ally you control to its owner's hand. If the controller has no exhausted allies, raise your threat by 3. We're going to play a Stout Heart. Cancel that effect and then spend 1 resource from Marleman's resource pool to reduce our threat by 3. And cancel one of the damage with the Bree Pony. And we take 1 damage and we get to draw a card. Now we're going to take this undefended. Attacking enemy gets +3 if it's undefended, so it's attacking for 5. We have to take off 3 progress. We're going to cancel 1 with the Bree Pony, so it's 4. We get to draw a card. And then we also get to deal back damage to all these characters with the Screaming Saddle, and those 2 are destroyed. Now we go to the refresh. Before we go to the refresh phase, we're going to look at the top card with the Hennemarth River Song, Banks of the Anduin. Now, during the refresh phase, we're going to discard half pint, heal up 2 damage, and then put it on top of my deck. And during the resource phase, we're going to draw a card with Knob. It's a half pint item. We get a ready up knob. Draw a card, Stout Heart. Put a half pint on the Barleyman. Going to heal up 3 damage from Barley and with the pint and the self-preservation. Now we're going to put Bilbo into play and exhaust the Seasoned Forager to make it so only cost 1. And we get to search our deck for a pipe. We got a spare pipe. We're going to put a gapper into play. And the Warden Healing into play. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And reveal a Banks of the Anduin. So we quest successfully for 11. That clears the to the river. We go to the next quest phase. "2A, Anduin Passage. 2B, 16 quest points. Reveal 1 additional card from the encounter deck each quest phase. Enemies do not make engagement checks during the encounter phase. Each player may still optionally engage an enemy. We're going to travel to the banks of the Anduin. We're going to take the Dumbledore Orcs undefended. No shadow. We're going to cancel 1 damage and take 1 damage. Draw a card. Another spare pipe. And we get to deal 1 damage back because of the Scheming Straddler. Now we're going to exhaust a Warden of Healing and heal up 2 damage. So now at the moment we've taken 22 undefended attacks, canceled 23 damage, and have healed up 46 damage. Go to the next round. We're going to just half pipe to heal up 1 damage. Put it on top of our deck. And then we're going to draw a card with Knob. And it's an item, so we get to ready up Knob. Draw a card. Mithril Shirt. We're going to put a spare pipe onto Barleyman. And we gets another hit point. And we get to search the top 5 cards of our deck for an event. No events. We're going to play a Dwarven Tomb and put a Test of Will into our hand from our discard pile. And we're going to play that, we're going to use the Seasoned Forager. We're putting a half pint onto Barleyman. Now we're going to go to the quest phase. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Reveal 1. It's a regiment of Eastern Crows. Surge, Eastern Crows, Surge, East Light, and the second card is a Brownlands. So we quested for 14, and we added 8. So we quest successfully by 6. That clears the banks of the Anduin and puts 3 progress onto the main quest. Travel to the East Bight. We engage both the Regiment of Crows Now we're going to take all these undefended. Defending player chooses and returns. We're going to cancel that with a Stout Heart. Spend 1 resource and reduce their threat by 3. We're also going to cancel 1 damage. So Varlin takes the damage and we draw a card. Half pint. Take the red crows undefended. Take a damage, draw a card. Takes the crows undefended. We take 1 damage, draw a card. And this also is destroyed because of the response in the Screaming Saddle. Now we're going to use the self-preservation and the pint to heal up 3 damage on Varliman. Go to the next round. Before we do that, though, we're going to look at the top card, Enchanted Stream. Going to use Knob to draw a card. Now we get draw a card, another Screaming Straddler. I'm going to put another one into play. Now we're going to exhaust the Seed Forager to put another one into play. Got to put a spare pipe onto Varliman. Getting up to 5 extra hit points, and we get to search the top 5 cards. We got a Stout Heart. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. Going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this is destroyed with the Northern Tracker. I got the Enchanted Stream and Eastern Crows and a Gladden Field. So we added 6. So we quest successfully by 10. That clears the East Bight and puts 4 progress onto the main quest. We're going to not travel anywhere. And we're going to engage the Eastern Crows. Deal out shadow cards. I'm going to take them undefended. Defending player does not count as defense. Take 1 damage. Draw a card. Other one undefended. No shadow. Take 1 damage, draw a card. And now we're going to attack with this. And attacking for 1. We're going to cancel that damage. Now we're going to exhaust the self-preservation to heal up 2 damage. And we're going to go to the next round. I'm going to put an Archet Alekeeper into play. I'm going to put a half pint onto Barleyman. Going into the quest phase, we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And there is 5 in the staging area. Necromancer's Reach. We're going to play it, Test the Will, and cancel that effect. Another Necromancer's Reach. So that deals 1 damage to each exhausted character. So it destroys all these characters. So we're now down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we quest successfully by 5. Bringing us up to 12. Now we're going to take all these attacks undefended. It is no shadow. We're going to cancel that damage. Attacking enemy gets +2 if undefended. We're going to cancel 2 of that damage. And we take 1 damage. And this one is attacking for 1. We take 1 damage. And then we're going to use the self-preservation of the pints to heal that damage. And go to the next round. I'm going to play a Dwarven Tomb with exhausting the self-preservation. and put a test of will into our hand. Put an Archet Alekeeper into play. Put a pints onto Barleyman. Now we're going to quest again for one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is cleared. One progress here. Wogs. And a Necromancer's Pass. So we added 5 to the staging area, so we're up to 8. So we quest successfully by 4, and that's just enough to clear the Anduin passage. Now 3A, ambush on the shore. 3B, 0 quest points. When revealed, reveal 2 encounter cards per player and add them to the staging area. Skip the staging step of the quest phase for the remainder of the game. Once there are no enemies in play, the players have won the game. Misty Mountain Goblins, Wolf Riders, and Dolgledor Orcs. So we have to deal 2 damage to a questing character. Or it's going to deal it to Harry. Now we're not going to travel anywhere. All these enemies are coming down. We're going to take the Wogs undefended. Remove 1 progress token from the current quest. 3 if undefended. Well, there's no progress tokens on the current quest. We're going to cancel 1 of those damage and take 2. We're going to attack with Misty Mountain Goblins, takes that undefended. We're going to cancel 1 damage with a Bree Pony. We're going to take the Wolf Riders undefended. 2 damage, we'll cancel 1 with the other Bree Pony. Going to take the Dumbledore Orcs undefended. Choose and discard one attachment. We're going to play a Stout Heart. Cancel a shadow effect just triggered during damages a hero. The controller of that hero may spend one resource from its pool to reduce their threat by 3. So we take 2 damage. Now we're going to exhaust the self-preservation and the pint to heal up 3 damage. And that's supposed to go back to the staging area. And no shadow, 1 damage. No shadow, 1 damage. The defend doesn't count as defense, 1 damage. Now we're going to attack back with all these characters readied up. We're going to attack with one of them and a Hennemar's River Song to destroy the Misty Mountain Goblins. Attack with another one to destroy the Wolf Rider. Attack with the next one, destroy the Dumbledore Orcs, and then we're going to attack with the Breeland Protectors, and each one's destroy one of the Eastern Crows. Now we're going to go into the next round and we're going to discard a pint to heal 5 damage. Now we're going to use the self-preservation to heal up damage. Now we're going to play Gandalf. And deal 4 damage to the Wogs, destroying them. So that ends the game. And thanks for watching. And the total is we had 38 undefended attacks, 31 damage cancellation, and 59 damage healed.